I hate that he passed away, and he ain't the first one that's stayed up under my roof that's died. He the third kid that was raised under my roof to pass away.
New disturbing details are starting to emerge about the sudden passing of Rickey Smiley's son, Brandon, and Rickey recently said something that got a lot of people wondering if Brandon's death was yet another Hollywood sacrifice. Rickey Smiley's son, Brandon, passed away suddenly at the age of 32, and the cause of death still hasn't been determined. However, since Rickey almost lost his daughter 3 years ago, and then his nephew took his own life, a lot of people are now speculating that Brandon's death was a ritual connected to Rickey's membership in a secret society. Rickey himself previously narrowly escaped death, so fans are now wondering if he sacrificed his son to save himself and further his career.
Yeah, man, I got shot. I almost died.
But is this just another conspiracy theory? What do we really know about Brandon Smiley's death? Let's jump right into the facts. On Sunday, January 29th, Brandon Smiley, son of comedian, actor, and TV host Rickey Smiley, passed away suddenly at the age of 32. According to the Jefferson County Coroner's Office, Brandon was found unresponsive inside his Birmingham residence by a friend on Sunday morning at 10:07 a.m. He was taken to the UAB hospital shortly after, and at 10:52 a.m., Brandon was pronounced dead. The coroner said that an autopsy was performed early on Monday and found no evidence of trauma or foul play, and the cause of death is yet to be determined. And now the Birmingham police are now investigating the case, and additional laboratory studies are in process. However, there are already numerous conspiracy theories floating around the internet about Brandon's sudden death, and most of these theories are connected to Brandon's father, Rickey, and his membership in the controversial fraternity Omega Psi Phi. Just hours after Brandon was pronounced dead, Rickey shared the tragic news in a pinned video on Instagram, explaining that he was flying to Birmingham and asking fans to pray for him and his family. But as soon as Rickey posted this video, a lot of people jumped in the comments to say it was very strange that Rickey was acting so calm and composed just hours after he found out his firstborn son died. Now, it's also important to point out that Rickey was probably in shock, and at the end of the day, everyone handles grief differently. But the speculation didn't end there, because fans kept commenting that Rickey didn't look like he was grieving at all. The day after Brandon died, Rickey shared another video saying the reality was starting to set in, and though he appeared to be crying, fans are once again saying that there was something about his reaction that didn't seem genuine.
Hey, good morning. It's a rough morning. Today it just feels worse, because I think yesterday was the shock, but today reality is setting in, and I can feel it. I just want to tell everyone, thank you for your thoughts, thank you for your prayers.
But that's not all. In the same video, Rickey mentioned being part of, quote, an organization where you have to bury your kid. Listen carefully.
I don't have an appetite, but I feel bad for her. Miss Nichols up in Memphis, I feel bad for her. All the parents that have ever been through this, just never thought I would be a member of an organization where you have to bury your kid. So it's a terrible nightmare.
Now, some people thought that by organization, Rickey simply meant being another parent who lost their child to senseless violence. However, many others said that even if this is what Rickey really meant, it's still odd that he used the word organization. And a lot of fans started saying Rickey was subliminally trying to tell us he sacrificed his son. Besides that, Rickey returned to work just 2 days after Brandon died, and he's been posting on social media non-stop and even sharing memes. On February 1st, Rickey posted a video wearing his Omega Psi Phi t-shirt, and he talked about how blessed he is. And in the caption he wrote, "God gave me so many good years with my son. I don't have anything to complain about." But once again, something about the video rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And we're not just talking about Rickey's t-shirt. Many people who lost children of their own took to the comments to say they weren't able to speak or get out of bed for weeks on end, let alone post on social media. One person commented, "My daughter firstborn died on the 10th of January and I still can't make it back to work. The focus is just not there and I crumbled like a child without notice. And another person added, Rickey has been on social media more than ever these days. I guess everyone grieves in their own way, but I wouldn't be thinking straight enough for social media. But Rickey didn't take any breaks from social media at all. And just hours after he shared the video wearing his fraternity shirt, he posted a random meme about Taco Bell hot wings. Again, it's true that everyone grieves differently, but think about it. If you lost your child or someone you loved more than anyone, would you be posting stuff like this on Instagram just days later? And also, Rickey returned to his radio show on February 1st, and he seemed to be in such a good mood that if you didn't know any better, you never would have thought that this man lost his son just 2 days prior. And then the following day, Rickey took to his Instagram again to share another video talking about the clothes he would bury Brandon in, and he once again wore his fraternity colors. So what is it about Rickey's fraternity that makes people think he sacrificed his son? Well, to start off with, Omega Psi Phi is known for its controversial hazing practices that led to at least a dozen deaths since the mid-70s. A number of former members who publicly denounced Omega Psi Phi described it as a dangerous cult-like organization created to break young men spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
If I haven't said enough already, is these organizations, Black Greek letter organizations, are purely idolatry. And some might even, just to keep it a buck and rip the Band-Aid off, it's devil worship. Now, I do want to stress that I signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement for my organization when I left. Some people might say, hey, why'd you do that? God could have covered you. When I left my organization and after I saw what I saw, and it was supernatural, because there is a difference between a cult and an occult, I had to get up out of there. I had to leave.
Now watch what Rickey had to say about his fraternity in his interview on the Cool Soror podcast, just 1 month before his son Brandon died.
In 1993, you became a member of Omega Psi Phi. Did Omega Psi Phi choose you, or did you choose Omega Psi Phi?
No, I chose Omega Psi Phi.
Yeah, you love the bruhs. Let me tell you something. You represent the bruhs to the fullest.
It is not one Q that'll run me away from this organization.
Right.
I love it that much. Not one. You know what I'm saying? In every organization, you gonna get some heat and some pushback and disrespect and all that stuff. Man, listen, I surround myself with the good bruhs.
The good bruh, the cool
Every
bruhs.
friend ain't a bruh and every bruh ain't a friend.
Listen,
Just because you know the same thing that I know, that don't mean I got to talk to you. I walk right past you. We good. Because we both love the Lord, but all Christians ain't good Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And all people in the street ain't bad. Simple as that.
Yes.
So you pick the bros that you love, y'all have the same ideals, and you do everything you can to uplift the name of Omega. And I love my organization, Omega Psi Phi, to the day I die.
What's also very strange is that Rickey already almost lost another child, his daughter Rickey Smiley, back in 2020 when she was caught in a crossfire and shot 3 times.
My youngest daughter was shot last night.
Who?
Erin.
What?
She in the hospital.
And then, less than a year after Aaron was shot at, Rickey's nephew, who he raised, took his own life. The nephew's sister later posted a video on Facebook blaming Rickey for putting too much pressure on her brother and explaining that her brother always looked up to Rickey and wanted to please him.
And my brother never got over that. He never recovered from that. For whatever it was, I don't know the connection of what he looked up to Rickey. He never recovered from that. And it played on him mentally. He was always in this state of trying to please him. And that triggered my brother to go and take some pills to numb his pain. And now my brother is dead because he was still trying to uphold his image that Rickey wanted him to maintain.
However, Rickey fired back in a video he posted on his YouTube channel and denied being responsible for his nephew's passing.
I'm not responsible for anybody's death. And just like other nieces and nephews, there's a lot of them that came to my house and didn't do what they were supposed to do.
But at one point in the video, Rickey said that 3 children who lived under his roof died, and he said this in such a matter-of-fact way, like it's a normal thing.
I hate that he passed away, and he ain't the first one that's stayed up under my roof that's died. He the 3rd kid that was raised under my roof to pass away.
So now that Rickey's firstborn son Brandon also died, this video is once again making rounds on social media, and a lot of people are saying Rickey Smiley definitely has some type of dark and shadowy energy around him. Some fans are now speculating that Rickey's fraternity has ties with bigger and more powerful secret societies in the entertainment industry, and that Brandon's death was the price he had to pay to get his career to the next level. And as you all probably know, there's been a lot of talk lately about Hollywood sacrifices. Kanye West himself recently admitted that his own mom was sacrificed, and he also said that there are a lot of celebrities who made it big after one of their loved ones died.
Mom ain't here, my mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Now, some people think this is all just another conspiracy theory, and you'll see a lot of Rickey's fans on social media are defending him and attacking everyone who calls him out. But there are also a lot of people who are convinced that there's something dark and sinister going on in Hollywood, and that Brandon's death is just another proof of this. One fan on Twitter said, "When I saw that Rickey Smiley's son Brandon was dead at 32, I immediately thought about how he tried to sacrifice his daughter Erin back in 2020, when she was shot 3 times but survived. I guess he had to make sure this one didn't slip through the cracks." And another person commented, "What is also really weird to me is that Rickey jumped online right away to announce his son's death. Shouldn't he be grieving? Rickey put out the news before the news and TMZ put it out. He did that to let his brotherhood know it's done. It makes me sick. Hollyweird is evil." But what do you think? Is this just another conspiracy theory, or is the truth about Hollywood starting to come out? Leave your comments down below, and don't forget to watch this next story.